So, hi everyone, a new video on character building in fantasy, and a great way to do that is to look at the video game Pillars of Eternity, how the characters are built up there and what their motivations are there. I will also talk about Lord of the Rings, which everyone knows about, of course, and just briefly mention how the characters are built up there and also what the characters' motivations are. So if you're new to Pillars of Eternity, it's a video game by Obsidian. It's very, very good, and especially the lore is good. It's very deep, the story is deep, the writing is wonderful, not only for being a video game. I think it's a good writing. I think I could read such a book if there was one. And I think you all know that, but in character CRPGs, which these games are called, you usually play as a group of adventurers, and you usually have a main character, but then you have more adventurers, and they have their own motivations for being there, and that's what I want to discuss today a little bit. And this is my own character. Mappo, obviously Malasan inspired. You choose class. If you compare that with a book, you don't choose the class yourself. The class is decided, for example. But he is a paladin, and in this game you can belong to different branches within the class. So he belongs to something called kind wayfarers. I won't elaborate on that now, but you can choose direction and style if you want to be good-hearted, evil-hearted, so to speak, and so on. His race is nature godlike. It, in this case, in Pillars of Eternity, it means that people can be maybe a bit afraid of you when they meet you, or maybe they are in awe of you when they meet you. He has a background, and there are many games within the Pillars of Eternity franchise, 3 to be exactly. And the second game is called Deadfire, and it takes place in the Deadfire archipelago. And I wanted to connect to the second game a bit, so he's from there, and it's something called a drifter here. So I think it's like he has no. He hasn't rooted anywhere, so he's just traveling around, taking missions and so on. So he's really an adventurer. And as I said, he's called Mappo. So for those of you not knowing that, this game is very similar, I think, to the Malasan world and the Malasan books, and Malasan Book of the Fallen, and the Malasan novels, the novels of the Malasan Empire, for example. So this is my main character. I take decisions, I answer questions, and react on what people are doing in this world. Interesting thing here is that you have a relationship with your other characters, so they can be good and they can be bad. If we change character, we have this guy in the party is called Aloth, and he is a wizard, and he's a wood elf, and he is from Edir in this, or his background is Edirian in this case. And when it comes to Alof, why has he joined the party? It's a bit unclear in the beginning, and I don't want to spoil that, even if it comes very early in the game. But you meet him in the first village you get to, and he is fighting with a group of people, and there you can choose how to help him, if you want to help him or not, or if you don't need to take him into your party, so you can choose that. But he's obviously a main character, so he's in my party. Eloth is I think a funny guy. He's a lot of humor, and he is very mysterious, I would say, and I'm not sure if you can trust him. If you try to play the game, see what you think, and you can choose to trust this guy or not. It's your own choice. Here is one of my favorite characters. We have Ider, I think it's called. Um, and every person, character, has an own story arc. So you have a main story arc, which is connected to you being a watcher, and you are able to see souls and so on. It's a mystery around that because it's tied into the much greater plot, which is connected to the universe of the world, which is called Eora. But when it comes to Eder, he has there has been a war before called Saints War, and his brother was in that war, and his brother died in the war. So Eder's brother died, and he wants to find out more about his brother. So when you meet Eder in the first village, he tells you about this, and you could of course choose to help him or not to choose to help him. But he likes to join you, but it's for a cost, you could say, and that is to help him. We also have Durance, one of the most mysterious characters maybe in the game. I'm only showing you the characters in my party. You can have more characters. That's the thing too. And he is a priest of Magran. Magran is a war of goddess of war. And see if I can find something about her. Yes, I can. So Magran is a war goddess, and she's connected to fire and transformation, purification, consumption, trial. And she's the patron goddess of Dyrwood, where the game takes place, you could say. And yeah, I'll stop there. Because all the gods have relationships between each other. Some are friends, some are enemies. And Megran, or Durance, he supports Megran, he's priest of Megran, and you can choose to follow his worldview on Eora, or you can choose not to. That will affect the adventure. But he's with you so far. I'm just in the beginning of the game. I finished the game already, but I want to inspire you to play the game. You don't really know so much about him. Yet he is a preaching priest, pushy priest, and very mysterious. And there is some connection between him and you being the watcher who can see souls. Then we have this guy, Kana Rua. They have all really good voice acting here. So Kana Rua has a great voice acting. He sounds very polite and very noble, almost annoying, I would say. There are different races in the Pillars of Eternity world, and he is an Aumawa. He is a chanter, which I think is a really good class. It's a fun class because it means that he uses mantra. So here, connection to spirituality, obvious with mantra, which you find in all religions today, but they are not called mantra, but you repeat words or name of gods or anything over and over. He repeats, you can say mantra, and through that he creates magic and powerful spells that can be used in battle. He is from the northern lands of a region called Rao Tai, and I think his reason for being in this adventure is interesting. I didn't play that completely through in my first run, so I will try to do that this second one time around. He's looking for a sacred text, the Tanvi Ora Toha, or the Book of Virtues. And he thinks it's under you could say a castle or fort called Caed Nua. You will discover that quite early in the game, very early. And on the Caed Nua there are tunnels, caves, etc., and of course monsters. And somewhere deep there, maybe this book can be found. We don't know. I think Pillars of Eternity makes it good to tie the personal motivations for these characters into the main plot as well. So I think it's very well done. Um, this is a focus on storytelling in the game, and I don't want to. I mean, if you like other games, that's okay. I play other CRPGs and action RPGs as well. So, but I can really, I have to underline or understand that the story here is extremely good, and it's almost for people who are actually like to read. So I find myself when I play this game that I just read and read and read a lot. So it's almost like a book. Um, then we have Sagani. She is a dwarf from the southern island of Nasitak. And she is connected to, she's quest is connected to an elder called Persok. And I think she wants him reincarnated. She's searching for the reincarnation of Persok. And she's done that for 5 years when we meet her. And she also has an Adra stone. Adra is the, could say, pillars. That's the pillar that you can see all around this game, and it can spring up in cities, for example, and you can see it in caves and so on. It's a bit mysterious. You can use the Adra. Some artisans use it for artistic purposes because it's good to use that, but it's also good to draw souls from it or to preserve souls in it. So animancers, which are kind of witchcraft or magic power, they use it. That's maybe more important. She has an address stone, by the way, so that address stone guides her to find this elder that she's looking for. And she asked me, would you like to help me because you are a watcher, you can see souls? So I said yes. So now she's in my party. So that are the characters in my party, and I think that's interesting how you create motivations for them for being in the world and why they are joining me, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. I will try to just compare this with my I can do like this. Here you can see the address stone, by the way. I think it's nice. I mean, not many people watch my videos, not so many, but more, because there are more subscribers here and more viewers, so I'm happy for that. So obviously these videos are not top-notch YouTube-ish edited, etc. I do this the old style. I hope you like that too. It's a bit unusual nowadays on YouTube. Here's the Lord of the Rings, and nice. Can do like that. Nice set. Actually, I'm getting older, and the text in the size of the text in this book is way too small for me nowadays. Almost looks like a Bible or something. It's difficult to read. But if we look at the reasons for Frodo and Sam to be in the adventure of Lord of the Rings, which then of course is a book, and as a reader I can't make my choices in a book, but if we look at Bilbo for being there, I mean, that's because he found the ring, or the ring found him, so to speak. So he has a reason for being in an adventure. It seems like Gandalf is the one who has controls over everything and has a lot of power to push the story forward, because he pushed Bilbo out from the Hobbit hole, and then he went to the Dragon's Moog and so on, and he found the ring, and then he's back in the Shire, and there Gandalf comes back, of course, has a lot of news about this ring, and Bilbo is very old, so he can't continue his quest with the ring, so that's Frodo. So Frodo is pushed into the adventure by